I gotta admit, guys, if I was just maybe 10 to 15% more into boating than I currently am, I'd probably get something like this. This thing is absolutely beautiful. I don't know the overall length of this boat, but it's made by Cape Horn, which is absolutely a reputable manufacturer. It's a center console, 3-axle, looks like an aluminum trailer, twin Suzuki engines. What are they? 350 horsepower engines. This thing is gorgeous. All right, let's talk chucking. What is chucking? Now I'm going to try to make this a very practical and easy to follow video because I think that's typically what people are looking for. So chucking is kind of a natural occurrence that happens whenever you're towing a fifth wheel behind a truck, and we're specifically going to focus on fifth wheel towing. Whenever you have something really heavy and long behind your truck that's putting weight over the back of your truck, and you have motion differential between the truck and whatever you're towing, that motion can transfer from the trailer to the truck. Oftentimes people refer to it as chucking. Chucking is generally the movement of your trailer and your hitch assembly in the back of your truck and the forces that it causes on the back. Most of the time that's going to occur with the fifth wheel style Pinbox, simply because this forward-backward motion right here, coupled with how the suspension is handling bumps and things in the road and the weight of the trailer shifting back and forth, can and likely will transfer to the back of your truck. Now, if you're running something like a Goosebox or a Gen Y executive hitch that uses a goose ball, you're not really going to experience chucking per se, but you'll experience more of a rocking effect, simply because a ball and socket design is going to lend itself more to that rocking motion. Whenever you have something like this hitched up behind your truck, the question is, can you ultimately eliminate chucking completely? No, you can't. The reason why is because you have a trailer with a tremendous amount of weight putting certain forces on your truck that otherwise wouldn't be there. So there's so many things that factor into chucking. There are ways to mitigate it and to reduce it, but it's unlikely that you would ever completely eliminate it unless your tow vehicle is so much heavier and stronger that it really doesn't factor what type of trailer you have behind it, because the forces of your trailer really can't impact the truck itself, such as if you're hauling a fifth wheel with a Class 8 truck. The truck itself probably weighs almost twice as much as your fifth wheel, maybe not that much, but it probably weighs at least as much as your fifth wheel, and because of the large chassis and because it's so heavy, it's unlikely that you're going to have much force of the trailer actually transfer over to the truck. They'll still be there, you just won't feel them as much. So oftentimes I get asked, what is the best hitch to control chucking? What is the best Pinbox to control chucking? And it's really not controlling chucking, it's reducing it. When you look at something like this Moride rubber Pinbox, the way they've designed it so this portion right here can actually rotate forward and back. Whenever you come to a stop or you take off, because this can slide forward and dampen both on the front and the back, it will reduce the feel of chucking. It won't eliminate it though, because you still have a 16,000 pound fifth wheel that you're hauling behind your truck, and inertia and the forces that this is going to put on your truck are still going to be there regardless. So understanding that, you know, there are all sorts of different types of hitches that are available, and all you can really look at doing is reducing chucking, or reduce the feel of pushing or pulling on your truck, or the rocking effect that you get when you haul a fifth wheel. That's really all you can ask for. Some hitches do it a little bit better than others, but it's important to understand that you're not going to completely eliminate it. Now over here we're taking a look at a Reese Goosebox. You guys know that I am a big fan of this product. This specific one is the 16,000 pound rated Goosebox. Again, whenever you hitch this up behind a truck, you're not going to get the forward and backward motion, you're going to get more of a rocking motion. Yes, this will still put forces on your truck when you're either accelerating or slowing down, and those forces are going to give you that push-pull feel when you're hauling something relatively heavy. You're not going to eliminate that. The main difference is this ball and socket feel is going to make this entire unit right here, because of this hinge, rock versus slide. And it's going to be just a different feel than traditional chucking. Now, as we go to the next unit over, which is this Alliance unit, this has the Rotaflex Pinbox. I'm a big fan of this Pinbox as well. Again, it is not going to completely eliminate chucking. You can see where it says controls chucking, because all this is designed to do with this big rubber bushing right here is to dampen the effect of the trailer actually pushing on the truck, and then when you take off, pulling on the truck. And that's essentially all these are designed to do. Whether it's done by way of your fifth wheel hitch or it's done by way of your Pinbox, that's in essence what you're trying to do. You're just simply trying to control the motions of the trailer being hitched to the truck and the forces that are at play when you're towing. But again, chucking is kind of one of those things that you can really spend a lot of money and time trying to get products and things to reduce it. But the reality is, under certain circumstances, it's always going to be there. It's just kind of one of those things that exists whenever you're hauling something really long, tall, and heavy behind a pickup truck, and there are forces that are combining with your truck that create more of a rocking, hinging, or sliding effect. Reducing it is really all you can ask for. Anyways, guys, this is a question I get asked often, especially when people upgrade to something like a Goosebox or they upgrade to something like a more rubber Pinbox and they expect it to completely eliminate chucking. Some people will say that it has eliminated it, but keep in mind, oftentimes they may have had some forces there that were just extreme before they went to a different Pinbox or hitch, and it's just reduced it so much that they don't feel it as much, and that's really what you're seeing. Anyways, guys, I sure hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, keep the questions coming. I always enjoy trying to answer them, and we'll talk to you again very soon.